Very much, Carrie, and nice to see so many friends I see that are attending today. Congratulations on organizing yet another great event. I wanted to talk a little bit today about some information that Ryan Strategic Advisory collated at the end of 2024. It was really a ready reckoner of buyers of BPO services, asking them a little bit about what their anticipation was for 2025. And I think, Naresh, you nailed it when you said 2024 was a year of pause. And if I were you, I'd trademark that because to my mind, that's the best encapsulation I've heard of a description of the previous 12 months. One of the things that we asked our survey sample of BPO buyers from key demand markets in North America, Western Europe, and Asia Pacific was their level of optimism for commercial success in 2025. I think we can all agree that 2024 was not necessarily the best of times for so many different companies. But from the BPO buyers, as they looked at 2025, it was interesting. 85% of them said that they had some degree of optimism going into the current calendar year. And that level of optimism also was transferred when we asked about how they anticipated service levels were going to improve. Now, this is strictly from the front office on voice and non-voice services. And when it came to voice, roughly 3 out of 5 said that they anticipated service improvement levels in 2025. When it came to non-voice, that was 7 out of 10. So definitely some optimism and very glass half full thinking as it was going to relate to what's going to happen from a service delivery perspective within captive centers over the course of the next 10 months or so. When we asked a little bit to the enterprises about their main technology investment priorities when it came to the front office, when it came to the front lines, interestingly enough, the two that popped out were cloud CX delivery capabilities and customer intelligence analytics. And this is something on the KYC side, we've been picking up for quite some time. There's definitely a feeling that many organizations are underinvested when it comes to understanding who their prime customers are or who their customers are, and that needs to be rectified. Cloud, we've seen consistently over the years as a key differentiator and as a key area that they're looking to try and bring in. When we asked a little bit about what's going to be the biggest impediment to technology investments in 2025, there was virtually a tie between economic uncertainty and government regulation changes, as well as limited budget capacity. I suppose those two could be interrelated depending on how you look at it, but certainly budget limitations after 2024 is something that so many different organizations are feeling a hit on. Line items when it comes to CX, when it comes to front office delivery, very, very challenged right now and likely to continue that way for the ensuing future. When we asked a little bit about what were going to be the competitive factors that a BPO provider would bring to the table, something that was interesting going back to what David was just talking about, there was definitely a lot of interest in AI-driven automated frontline interaction solutions, as well as a robust know the customer KYC analytics suite. So definitely going back to what David was talking about, that hype cycle around AI has certainly fermented a lot of interest. How that actually plays out, and I'd congratulate David on his insight, because I think that real world approach that David brought to the table a few minutes ago was bang on in terms of what organizations are actually thinking. The Space 1999 stuff is one thing, but what it can actually do in the near, medium, and long term is very different. And sorry, that Space 1999 reference, I've really just dated myself there. Apologies for that. Look, I want to finish off my talk here discussing a little bit about how outsourcers are going to get themselves noticed. What's going to count when an outsourcer is looking to try and really stand out in a lot of the white noise that's going on currently in the space. We asked, when searching for a technology partner, to the buyers, what are going to be the two primary sources that they're going to use to develop a short list of prospective vendors? Trade shows and conferences just stood out like crazy. So definitely there is a willingness to get out, to press the flesh, to see in person what organizations are promoting, and to meet the individuals that are the ones that are potentially going to be doing the implementation, managing the relationships. The other thing from a tech perspective was thought leadership content. Now that could be white papers, blogs, videos, but certainly a demonstration on the part of the provider that the individuals working for that organization on the leadership side understand what they're talking about. Now, we also asked a little bit about what were going to be the sources when finding a BPO provider, when finding the service provider, not the technology one, but the service side. And again, trade shows and conferences were the definite standout that popped up on this regard. The interesting thing about what came in second, it surprised me a little bit, was influencer commentary and analyst rankings. So for David Rickard and Everest, that's great news. Sounds like there's going to be some business coming your way if you decide to go after it. But definitely, these are the areas that the buyers of technology and business services are going to be prioritizing when they're developing those crucial short lists of prospective partners. So, Carrie, I'll just finish it off there, and again, thank everybody for listening, and thanks for the opportunity to present some of the thoughts and some of the research that we've recently come out with.
That's great. Thank you.